What's up, you guys? Eric here, Fitness Phenom. You see the merch. We're gonna keep it simple today. We're gonna do 500 push-ups. Break it up however you like. All right, so I'm gonna hit 500. Let's see how long it takes. I've done this on my channel before, but it's a good one just to get some reps in, some work in, right? So we got 500. All right, let's get it. 10. 20. 30. 40. 50. All right, starting off with a solid 60 clip. I know you guys seen my shorts, my videos, where I say you owe me 50 reps. But to get your reps in, well, this is my deposit. I did 300 my last video, that was 2 days ago. Today I'm doing 500. So all those reps really add up, right? Thousands of reps a week. That's money in the bank. For that first set, I will say don't go to failure. If you're able to hit a big set, hit a big set, but save some of the tank. All right, I can hit 100 clip plus, but I'm not gonna do that because it's not smart. Got my coffee. Got the gloves. It's a brick. It's a brick out here in New York City today. Ice cold calisthenics, but we still get it in. All right, where we at? 60. So let's fix this real quick. All right, let's get it. Ten. 80. 90. 'All right, there you go. 100 in. That's 20% of the work done. We in Harlem, New York City. Getting work in. Doesn't matter what the weather is. Doesn't matter if it's cold out, nice out, hot out. Doesn't matter if there's snow out. Shit, doesn't even matter if it's raining. You get work. And the good thing about calisthenics is that you can do this anywhere. You can do this in your home. You don't gotta be outside, right? But this builds character, right? We're 100 in, 20% there. Break it up as you see fit. You don't even have to hit 500 reps. You can hit whatever you got. Right? You can do 400, 300, 100. Right? But daily deposits every single day, they add up. It's a big deposit today. 100 in, let's get it. Ten. 120. $225. Sorry, $125. Bugging. Some cafecito, ya tú sabes. Para mi gente latina, ya tú sabes. Un poco de café ahí, un poco de energía. 500 repeticiones. We're getting work. Holler at me if you like the hoodie. Fitness Phenom 21. Follow me on the gram. Make sure you guys smash that subscribe button. Stop playing. Don't play yourself. Stop playing yourself, bro. If you ain't subscribed, subscribe right now. Stop playing. Free workouts every single week. Calisthenic workouts. Workouts I do to stay fit year round. Workouts I do that help me with my competitions, competition prep, competition training. Workouts that are battle tested and proven. Alright, 125 in. Let's get it. $30. $40. $50. $160. Push heavy, triceps, chest obviously, but you're also going to feel it in your shoulders. Where we at? 160? Got 35 there. Money. Make sure you stretch it out. Pause. Alright. All that pushing. You don't be internally rotated, right? With your shoulders and your chest. So you gotta open that up a little bit. 160 in. 500 reps. We typically get that done in under 30 minutes. This should be no different as long as I attack it the right way. I've done EMOMs on my channel. I'll bring those back with push-ups, and obviously done others with various movements. Got something scheduled this week actually, setting in the program. All right, we at 160. Let's get it. $70. All right, we're at 80. In. $90. $200. 40% of the work in. It's gonna be my first workout of the day. I'm gonna hit some weighted calisthenics today, actually, some weighted dips. I'm gonna get in some weighted pulls, which I don't normally do after a very high volume session like this. Sometimes you gotta switch it up. Sometimes you work with what you got in regards to scheduling. So I'll eat, I'll recover, and then later on tonight, I'll get my weighted pull-ups, weighted dips. And since I'm doing higher volume here, I'm gonna do much lower volume with those weighted pulls. With the weighted dips. But I'll probably go lighter on the pulls and do higher volume on the pulls. So you gotta be smart and strategic. You wanna be smart and strategic with your programming. You wanna be smart and strategic with your execution of training. You don't wanna just do random shit. It's not gonna really lead to progress. Not that you can't have fun with your workouts, obviously you should. But you want to be smart with all of it. Alright, we're 200 in. We're doing 25 minimums a set. Well, we did the first set, 60 to start. No less than 25, at least for me, in regards to all these repetitions. Alright, we're 200 in. Let's get it. Ten. 20. 30. Alright, 230. Actually, I hit a couple of 20 sets or 20 reps. That's okay. Next set will put me at the halfway point. Let's drink some coffee. Cafecito, ya tú sabes. After my workouts, I usually like to eat real food as opposed to having like a protein shake or something of that nature. So you want to always kind of like have real whole foods post-workout. Supplements are just that. They're a supplementation to what you have. But if you're on the go, if you're on the run, if you don't have time to cook, if you're unable to get food, listen, especially in New York City, we always on the go, we always on the run, right? But if you don't got that time, you either got to think ahead or just, that's where the supplementation comes into play. You make it happen. Then you'll have a protein shake, right? But ideally, you want to get those whole foods in. All right, we are at what, 230? Yes, 230. $40. 50. 60. Full range of motion always, that goes without saying. $260 reps in. We're looking good. Pick up my daughter after this. Took her from school. Baby girl has gymnastics. Olympic hopeful. You heard it here first. That's one of her goals, one of her dreams. Be world champion. Just like daddy. Just like papi. But obviously at a much higher level. Bigger scale. 260, that means we're more than halfway in, more than 50% of the work done. Helicopter, I don't know if you can hear that. 260 All right, let's chip away to the 300. $70. 80. 85. All right, 285 in. I've done 1,000 push-ups on my channel. Did it during COVID. Did it a couple times during COVID, actually. During the pandemic. The thing with that is the volume is so high that it takes a few days for your body to recover from that stress that you just put it in. You'll hear people say, oh, that's warm up. No, I don't care who you are. That is not warm up. That is work. And you can break it up and make it easier, of course. Doesn't make it warm up. You're still putting stress in the muscles. You're still putting stress in the tendons, the ligaments, the connective tissue. But listen, all of that is what strengthens your tendons and your ligaments and the muscles, right? The higher volume repetitions that then has carryover to things of higher skill, more explosive movements like muscle ups, and then of course handstands, handstand holds, planches, levers, things of that nature. All right, 285. 85, yeah. All right, let's get it. Let's break 300. $90. 300. $315. Let's see where we at time-wise. We're not even 20 minutes in. That's money. 315 reps. I've done 300 reps up 10 minutes. All right, my alarm just went off, which means I gotta pick up my daughter soon. But we 315 in. We're still getting it in, baby. All right. 315. $20. 30. 40. All right, let's assess. Right now I feel it, my chest, outer chest. I'm actually feeling a little bit in the shoulders. All right, so my shoulders are feeling it. I actually don't feel it as much in the triceps. Were we at 340? Yeah, 340. What are they, 25? Hardest part is keeping count when you have these higher repetitions. 15, 20. Yep, 340. 25 reps. All right, we are 340 in, chipping away. We're just about 2/3 of the way there. Let's get it. $50. 60. 60. $70, money. All right, now we warming up. Now the hoodie's gonna come off. Where we at? We at 370. $370 in. Got another 30 clip. Got another 30 clip. And be at 400. Still cold out, but we warming up. Shout out to Finding Barbara, Old School T. Shout out to Tyson, baby, let's go. All right, we at 370. Trust is feeling it. Let's get it. $80. $90. $400. All right, 400, that's 80% of the work. Sometimes I look at it that way, break it up a little better. Can't overwhelm yourself with how many reps you got left. Can't look at the bigger picture. You gotta take it one set at a time. You gotta take it one rep at a time. You look at 500, 500 is a big number, you're gonna overwhelm yourself. All right, we're 400 in. We could do 4 sets of 25. We could do bigger sets. I know I said I was gonna do 25. We can even do 5 sets of 20. Deviate from the plan a little bit. But if you got a plan, try to stick to it. However, you gotta adjust midway through the workout, adjust. As long as you get it done, as long as you get that work in, right? All right, we're 400 in. Let's get it. $10. $20. All right. Stretch it out. Pause. 4:25. Here. Habibi. 4:25. Skip 5 more. All right, 450. Some more cafecito, stop playing. $450, baby, we almost there. This is part of the foundation, right? This is part of the foundational work I always talk about. Sometimes you stick to one movement. You span that movement, you get it in. You get that high volume, high reps in. Get better at that movement. And all of these have carryover, especially dips. with push-ups to dips, and other movements like handstand push-ups, etc. All the pushing carry over to the pushing, but don't think it doesn't carry over to the pulls either. You're strengthening your core, strengthening the abdominals, right? Your entire core, especially with push-ups being in that plank position, and then strengthening the core has carryover to better pull-ups, stronger pull-ups, more advanced movements, and even lifts. Right, so all of this, all the calisthenics, all the reps that we do, all the reps and the movements that I talk about, they in some way, shape, or form have carryover to other movements. And that's what allows you to build well-roundedness. You don't want to be a jack of all trades, right? You don't want to be a specialist per se, which it's okay if you are. Nothing wrong with that. All right, 450. $60. 70. 75. Sticking to the 25s. 25 more to go. Where we at? I know my thing stopped. We should still be at sub 30 here. This is good work. Again, I'll rest, I'll recover a little bit for a few hours. Grub. Back to the gym. Gym tonight. Weighted calisthenics. I think I'm gonna hit some deadlifts today too, so a little more pulling. A little break from the pushing, other than the dips. But our body's able to handle it. My body's able to handle it, right? If this is all you're doing for the day, that's good, that's work. 500 reps or 400 or 300, listen, that is work. That's money in the bank. Last 25, baby, let's get it. Ten. 20. 500. Let's get it, baby. Let's work. Make sure you smash that subscribe button right now. Follow me on the gram. Fitness Phenom 21. Real reps. Real work. Always. I'm out of here. Let's level up.